All right, being that we have a quorum for the Conservation Committee meeting for July 21st, I will call the meeting open. First thing on our agenda is approval from the minutes from July 7th.
I'll make a motion, we
I'll
approve.
entertain a motion to approve the minute.
I'll second it.
A motion moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
So moved. The only hearing we have is a public hearing for 400 Manley Street, which is asked to be continued. John, did they have a date they wanted to continue to?
Said to the next meeting, and to be honest with you, I don't think that he'll be ready for that one either. So I think we got to honor what he asked for, so we'll just have to continue it at the next one. So is that the 4th, is it? I don't have my calendar with me.
Okay. Yep,
Anybody
it's the
got?
4th. I just looked at,
Okay, good.
yep, I do. It is the 4th. So then I'll entertain a motion to continue 400 Manley Street to August 4th.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Is there so many
Okay, moved and
times
seconded. All those,
we got to come back and ask for another to restart it?
Well, with the first hearing, there was, I don't believe there was anybody that attended. So it's not like somebody's missing out on something. And with COVID-19, it's tough to hold to the old fast and true things that we used to, except for on South Street. That was a little absurd. So, we had to do something about that one. But if you remember, he just kept continuing it from one year to the next, it seemed like. So I think we're all right to, I wouldn't want to see it go much longer though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so I made the motion, Ryan seconded.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so moved. John, you have a couple of invoices.
I do. I'll open up the screen to share them. This one came in today. It's for ink cartridges for Kitty's brother printer. Can everybody see it all right?
Yep.
$39 and I can't see it because wait a minute, let me change the setting on the view. $39.21.
Okay.
Was there only one invoice?
No, you want to bring up all of them and you just vote for all of them?
Sure.
Okay. All right, so I'll close that one out. So this is the MAC annual dues. And it's $488 even. And that is for the membership of all our regular members plus our alternate member, Kitty and me as members of MAC. And it's for a year. And plus we've got a subscription for the MAC manual that they have online. So in order to read it, you have to go online to see it. So if anybody needs to see it, just get a hold of me and I can give you the password for it. And then, So this one is for the Mass Society of Municipal Conservation Professionals, which is the Agents Association in Massachusetts, and it's for the next fiscal year for $20. And so those are the 3 invoices.
Boy, that's a backbreaker, huh? $20.
It's actually pretty good. All during the shutdown of most of the town halls, we held a Zoom meeting, and they still are, once a week. And
Wow.
we're getting updates from the DEP, the state officials, and also conservation agents were able to discuss some of the issues that they were having. And it was quite eye-opening to see that some hadn't even held any meetings. And
Yeah.
now the you-know-what hits the fan when the town hall opens up. So they're going to be bunched up. But
Ours isn't open yet, is it?
yes, we have, you can come into the town hall as long as you have a face mask. You can't enter the offices. You have to stand at the outside of the door, and each office has a little slot in the window with a door on it that opens so that you can pass things through. And if you need to, I had a meeting the other day, and we had to meet down in the conference room. And so they can't come into the office, so I have to go down the conference room. And then and we have to stay 6 feet apart with masks on. And then after we're done, I have to sanitize the room with wiping it down, the tables, and spray the disinfectant around the room. And as it gets busier, we'll have to get reservations to use the room, because I'm sure it's going to be busy.
Sure. Well, Zoning Board of Appeals hasn't met at all, have they?
They have a big board, and they can't make that social distancing, and they don't really want to do a Zoom meeting. So they're kind of in a quandary of what to do.
What about the planning board? They've been doing meetings?
Hugh Hurley and I had been doing some Zoom meetings, and so I think he did put together a subscription for the planning board, and I think he was hosting those meetings. I'm not sure how they turned out, because I didn't ever see any of them, and he didn't seem to have any questions afterwards. So we had been doing his bylaw study committee through Zoom, and I was hosting it. And we ought to back charge the zoning study committee for the $14 subscription.
Good luck.
Yeah. But so I think he got a real good feeling on how to handle it and how it works. And so I think he probably didn't have any issue.
Right. But the Zoning Board of Appeals, I mean, is there a lot held up because they're not meeting? Probably.
I've heard that, like, for example, we did the Valvoline thing up on West Center Street, and that needs a zoning board approval, and I don't think they've had their hearing yet.
Wow.
Has anybody been going out to, like, anybody that's been wanting to do anything, start up anything for the zoning board to actually go out to see, like you would do, John, go out to the property and look, or they just not bothering?
I don't think they're doing any. I think they're just holding off on everything at this point.
Okay, so should I make a motion to have Tim sign these invoices?
Yeah,
All right, I'll make that motion.
all right.
I'll second it.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Was that Lee seconded it, or
Ryan did.
Ryan did? I thought so, but I just want to make
So
sure.
moved.
And we got one more thing.
All we really,
We received remember Ames Drive off of is it Southgate Drive off of South Street?
Yep.
We had approved a change in the size of the building from what Mr. Bill Adams had proposed, and the commission approved it, and we issued a minor project change for it because it really didn't change the footprint. It was just the shape of the house was a little different. So in going over the building permit just recently and going through the pre-construction meeting, I discovered they had a revised plan that was dated June 4th of 2020. And our plan was something like February, let's say, of 2020. So I had them give me a copy of the plan. I enlarged one so that they would be on similar scales, and it's exactly the same. So it turns out that after closer inspection, it was just something to do with the septic system test pits or something like that. It was minor. And so they had to put a revision date. So I want to make sure the record is straight in which plan we're using. So I'm recommending it, consider it a minor project change in just a change of the date on the plan.
I'll make that motion.
All right. I'll entertain a motion to call it a minor change.
I think I heard Lee.
I'll make that motion, yeah.
Second, please.
So first, the motion made by Lee and seconded by Mo.
All those in
Yes.
favor?
Aye.
All right.
So moved. John, I did hear on that the silt fence may be down, and I guess they've got a stockpile of material that's under the high tension power line. And I haven't had a chance to go look at it myself. I just found out today about it.
So I think Peter Maroney started the site for Bill Adams, and now Bill Lucini Jr. is going to be building the house. So he bought that from Bill Adams. So there's going to be a different contractor at the site now. And at the pre-construction meeting, I asked them to get a engineer out there to certify that the erosion control is in the right place and that it's installed properly. So any of those imperfections, they're going to have to take care of before they can get too much farther along.
So
And I only have one other thing. Yep, Lee, what do you got?
my only question is what's going on with up on Scotland Street? With that Just Do It electrical plate, the guy up there, the guy that built the 3-car addition on it? He had,
So we had approved the stormwater permit on that because he was working within 100 feet. I think we did a notice of intent or a request for determination. So we did something for under the wetlands plus the stormwater. And so his addition that he's putting on is less than 5,000 square feet. So it really is a new project from what he had done before, which was the regrading out there. So I signed off on the building permit that it was less than 5,000 square feet and it didn't need to come before the commission.
now does he have a pool behind there?
Now that I don't know.
I can't really see it from the highway. I've been trying to look at it every day that I go by. I can't really see, but I know one day here I went by on the highway and I happened to see a bobcat out back. So I don't know if that had any intentions on doing something with the pool, putting up a pool at the time, or it had anything to do with it at all. But the thing is that gets me is like, remember when he came in and like I said, mentioned it to you on the email, brought all that loom in, all that fill I
All
mean.
along.
To him, I said, what are you planning on putting in a garage? And he said, no. So what gives him the right, or how does he even get away with doing what he just did by basically, from what I see, he just put it up. I don't know if he even got a building permit right off the bat.
So he did go for the building permit on the garage in Farmer's Porch, and I don't remember seeing one for the pool, so I'll look into that tomorrow.
But shouldn't have, like you said, shouldn't have the building inspector come to the board, one of the boards of, any of the boards to let us know?
So what he generally does is, if he gets a permit for a pool, above ground pool, in-ground pool, shed, decks, porches, garages, he takes it to all of the different departments and asks if there's any issue. And he's not obligated to do that under the building code, but he wants to make sure that at least everybody is on board with things so that we don't get into an embarrassing situation as much as possible anyway. And so, yeah, he does send it around. And what happens quite often is that the pools will get it put in without a permit. And if somebody's out doing an inspection, they see a pool, they might mention it to the building inspector, and then they go and do it after the fact type thing. Usually you need a electrical permit for a pool, whether it's in ground or above ground. The owner of that property is an
electrician.
So I don't know, but I'll make sure I do an inspection and look into it, Lee. But yeah, the way it was split up into, it's almost like we're going to grade it so we can put the garage in, and then they go and they do the garage.
He made the board look like, I think he just made us like we were fools, even though I brought it up to him and he said no. So that's just my opinion on how I feel about it. But if he's got everything that he's supposed to have, then I guess he might not have done it the right way, but at least he did it, I guess. And so the permits.
But I'll look into it and get back to you, everybody, by email and let you know what's up.
Because we got to make sure we do that stuff in the future somehow. Because he seemed like he just did it on the weekend thing. So I don't know.
Mm.
So what Kitty and I have been trying to do at the office now that she's back is to catch up on all the permits so that we can have all of the signatures done at one time instead of bothering you 3 or 4 times. So I'm holding off sending out permits that require the signatures of the commission until I have them all done. And then we'll figure out the best way to do it, either by me just stopping by. It's not that many places that have to stop by and get signatures, or have you come in. And we can talk about that a little later, but my primary goal right now is to get them all done.
Okay. The only other thing I have is only because I've had a few phone calls and people stop and ask me or come and see me. What's happening down at the transfer station? I don't know whether anybody's been down there to take a look. It looks like all the fill from Friendship Park is being stockpiled and pushed to the right into the wetland area.
So that's where they're putting all that stuff, huh? Nice of them.
First I've heard of it. I'm going to have to go down and look at it. Now, I do know that in the works, there is a engineering plan being prepared for the new building that they're putting down there for the transfer station. It includes a septic system. And I haven't seen anything on that yet. And if there is anything within 100 feet, and Larry Silva's office is doing it, so I do know that they are well aware of what they have to do, and they probably will do it. But I haven't seen anything yet other than a preliminary plan. And so I'll just go down and take a look at this because, if we're complaining about some resident doing something and the town is getting away with it, it's not fair.
Yeah, and it seems it's right out front where everybody drives by and sees it. And it, I guess, is quite a large pile of material that getting
Well,
pushed further and further in.
Is this the, I know at one time they did some stockpiling of leaf debris and, garden refuse, that kind of thing. Is this the same place or?
That leaf stuff is way down.
This is to the right-hand side when you go in, not on the asphalt on the left.
Okay,
What is that stuff anyways? Is it just fill or is it like wood chips or what's it? Doesn't look like it's just dirt.
I think it's all the old debris from Friendship Park, all the wood chips, but it also looks like there's like landscape fabric or matting in it of some type. So it's more than just organic matter.
Yeah.
so I hate to say it though, since I don't really know the hours of the transfer station, should I go on the West Bridgewater hub and ask, is the dump open?
Oh, please. But you really need to know.
You should have a key.
I know I can speak to someone and they'll help me, but I just thought that would be funny if I had to go on and see how many comments I got about that one.
Yeah, you would.
You should be able to see it from the street.
All right, does anybody else have anything else? All right, then I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make it.
Second it.
Moved and
Mo
seconded. All
and
in favor?
Ryan? Was it Mo and Ryan?
Yes, so,
And
well, thank you very much, John.
All right, good night, everybody. Stay well.
Aye.
you too.
To the next
All
one.
right, guys.
Stay
See you
safe.
later.
See ya.